Hello! The level 60 warrior quest to start the Stormblood expansion warrior storyline is Curious Gorge meets his match, given to us by none other than Curious Gorge to the north of Costa del Sol in eastern Lenosha. Here we go. Ah, mercy, ever a sight for sore eyes. By the hardened look in yours, I take it you've wasted no effort in honing your axe on the battlefield. My brother and I have seen our fair share of battle as well, together with the fledgling warriors of the Maelstrom. Their training is coming along quite nicely. In fact, our exploits have earned us admirers of sorts. We recently discovered an anonymous invitation to participate in battle exercises at the Wolves' Den. Sorry. I haven't the foggiest idea of who they are, but it would seem that you do. They mentioned you by name and insisted you join the fray as well. Perhaps they wish to settle an old score. In any case, who are we to deny them the opportunity to cower before the might of a warrior's axe? Come, Mercy, my brother has prepared a boat for us at the Morby dry docks. If it's a thrashing they crave, let's not hesitate in giving it to them. Simply having... it only costs 130 to teleport. I have reduced rates right now. I think reduced rates cuts it in half. I'm not positive on that one. It's like 260 still would have been fine. But at the Morby dry docks, we have Broken Mountain, who is glowing with an event glow. So let's expect a battle here. The dancer event was 60 capped. This could be 63 though, because reasons. Good, you're here. As I'm sure my brother has told you, we have yet to determine the identities of these challengers. Naturally, we refused at first. Our time would be better spent training the troops. In the end, though, I could not deny their enthusiasm for battle and desire to display their combat prowess, and took it upon myself to accept. At the very least, I surmised it would prove inspiring to our men. With you at our side, it will prove a most enriching experience for all parties involved. I have not to show our men It's N-A-U-G-H-T, so like I have nothing. It's just, the dancer quest had a weird line in it too. Anyway, I have not to show our men of how to wield an axe, but I shall do what I can to aid you with my healing magics. I have not to show our men. I have nothing to show our men of how to wield an axe. I guess. Yeah, it still feels weird. When you have steeled yourself for battle, we may set out to the Wolves' Den. 62 capped. Even though the next quest is at 63. But we get a cutscene where we are on a square battlefield that seems to be floating in the water. Off the coast, probably. Myself, Gorge, and Mountain are here. I'm a tiny bit taken aback. On the other side is Wernzoin, who, he was... Wait. Was he the... No, he wasn't the leader. No, wait. Hold on. For the Marauders quest. Was he the leader of the Marauders? And... whatever. I don't remember. But Wernzoin says, Mercy Valkyr, as I live and breathe, it's been too long. Word has it you've grown strong since the Battle of Saltstrand, even mastered the forgotten arts of the warrior. But words are wind. Ready your axe and prove to me why men should fear the bite of your steel. And 6 of them whip out their axes, while the 3 of us whip out ours. And the battle commences. Still probably overgeared for it. I just run into the fray. 3 of them are down already. I mean, they do kind of understand that the people doing these quests are likely to have the tombstone gear from the previous expansion. But they also don't... what's the word? They don't tune these fights to that expectation. Curious Gorge thinks we're losing. I don't understand how he could ever think that. Because we've almost got him beat. Or wait, did somebody else say that we were surprised they were losing? Whatever, I don't know. But three of their marauders or warriors were one hand down, one knee down, while the three of us were standing and fine. So this sorry, he's panting. I was panting and then I said it out loud. So this is the strength of a warrior, the art of battle celebrated in legend. Perhaps if I were a few winters younger, my efforts would have proven more than an unavailing struggle. You have met and exceeded all expectations. That was the Wernzoin ... question mark. Whereas a familiar fellow next to him, these guys are both armored up. One has a Sublugar, the one who's talking right now, but the one next to him, who was theoretically Wernzoin, full gear, but like also both full face helmets. We have no idea. We can't see their faces. But this familiar fellow says, it could be Wisecat, given his gear. Aye, pains me to say it, but we're no match for the likes of you. Gods help us if the Sahagin ever learned to throw an axe about like that. I think it's Wisecat. And they both take off their helmets after looking at each other. It is Wernzoin. Indeed, the student has surpassed the master, the guild master, for it was I all along. Ha ha ha. Mountain seems shocked. I'm just looking at him a little bit slack-jawed for some reason. Not even a quizzical lift of the brow. Surely our disguises were not as bad as all that. Or do you mean to say you've forgotten the face of your former instructor? Gorge runs forward a few steps. Wernzoin, by the 12, it is you. And Broenbar. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, Broenbar accompanied us. Was that when we were trying to face down the big Aurochs beast? Like he was our backup tank kind of thing? I wasn't expecting to crush Limsa's famed marauders under heel so easily. This was only a warm-up, yes? We've yet to even break a sweat. And the one who's still one hand down, one knee down behind those two Rogadins stands, is female, does a battle cry after dropping her helmet. She's all raw. Dorgono, whatever is the matter? Says Wernzoin. Her eyes are red. But yeah, Ara, she's got black, like the coral kind of scaly, hornish things on the side of her head, and then those scales kind of go down under her chin. She's got chainmail and a big axe. Those eyes, she wields the strength of her inner beast, says Mountain. She does a whirlwind and, wow, just catapults Wernzoin and Broenbar into the water. Roars again. Gorge is shocked and now a little bit in love, as we see like the pink screen around the edges as he's looking at her. And she rushes at him and like basically uppercuts him in the stomach with her axe. She swings like a dream, he says as he smiles and flies into the water. Brother, says Mountain. He looks back at the little Aura gal with her great axe. Mercy, we cannot allow her to leave this pier. I give him a nod. Whip out my Titan axe. I might change it. I just thought it was a little fun to have it for a bit. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it was. For some reason, I also did a bow, like an archer's bow, and I don't like it. I don't know why I have it. If she is lost to her inner beast now, we must do blah blah blah, whatever. I don't know. No matter, we'll take her. No worries. Terra Firma. Oh shit! It has multiple circles in a row. Okay. The kind that follow you. Am I good now? Thank you. probably don't even need your healing, but thank you. So yeah, she does these 3 big following circles in a row. And this inner flame thing. Oh, I didn't expect that to happen. That was cool. She launched 3 like fire spheres. Yeah, spheres at me in a row. Fire spheres. Don't you do that shit again. Sorry, Brogan. Didn't mean to hit you with this one. Or that one. Does the warrior life just like include capping out your, or like over capping your rage sometimes? Stay your blade, Mercy. But yeah, we took her down. I wish I could summon and then fire 4 flaming spheres at people. That'd be cool. Gorge is on his butt. Bronbar's on his butt. Dorgono is the name. Delta O-R-G-O Nancy O is the Ara gal. One hand down, one knee down right now. My apologies. The will of Karash burns brightly within me. Too brightly. Let me just grab this really quick. Yeah, good enough. Karash, I'm quite certain that was the reckless thrashing of one overcome by their inner beast. But that is a phenomenon seldom seen beyond the walls of my village. Who are you, and from where do you hail, friend? She stands. I am Dorgono of the Karel. My home was, on the Azim Steppe in lands far to the east. We are unmatched in the ways of the axe. We are a strong people, at times too strong. There are ones like me, consumed by this thing you call the inner beast, the will of Karash. We are the taken, cursed with an insatiable thirst for violence. Remarkable. Your people sound not unlike those of my village. Though I suppose it stands to reason others share this gift. The strength of one's inner beast stems from a primal instinct we are all born with. It is merely a matter of learning how to draw it out, a technique we warriors have long since mastered. Yet you would call it a curse. Have your people not learned to control this power? The will of Karash, this inner beast, can it be controlled? Perhaps then I can at last return home, she says, jumping for joy. The taken are sentenced to exile. That is why I traveled west, to train further in the way of the axe. If I can overcome this affliction, I may have a chance for redemption. Well, this is certainly an unexpected turn of events. As our most promising recruit, I wish to see how she might fare against hardened combatants. I never thought she could actually defeat the likes of Curious Gorge, says Wernzoin. Seems to me further time training under our roof would be a waste. Might you be willing to take her on? Well, we can't very well leave her unattended. If she should succumb to her inner beast, there's no telling what havoc she might wreak. W-R-E-A-K? Reek, I think? Wreck? Then I'll leave her in your capable hands. I'm sure you'll make a fine warrior out of her. Thank you, sir. I will do anything you ask if it means taming this wretched beast within me. Gorge finally stands up. I can't believe I lost. How am I to instruct others when I am still so lacking? Brother, I'm sorry, but I cannot guide her in the way of the warrior when I myself have stumbled on the path. He turns and leaves. No, let him be, he says to me as I start to go after him. His lack of resolve would only invite hindrances to the task at hand. This is a path we must walk alone. Come, let us go. And the camera pans up to the night sky. The stars at night are big and bright. Clap, 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 clap. We're tucking to Broken Mountain. I didn't mean to do that, but it works. To finish the quest. With my brother engrossed in his own training for the interim, I fear I will be spread too thin overseeing the instruction of Maelstrom recruits to give Dorgono proper guidance. Gods help us should she be consumed by her inner beast. A worldly adventurer such as yourself no doubt has other pressing obligations, but you are the only one capable of containing Dorgono should the worst come to pass. Do you think it possible you could spare time to assist me in her training? I think I probably nodded. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know what I would have done had you refused. Normally we would gather to train at the Wolves' Den, but I believe an exception must be made for Dorgono. Yes, both for her sake and the rest of the Maelstrom recruits. For now, I would give this some thought. Pray return here in a few days' time, and I should have a solution. 100,000 experience points, 1978 gil. Next quest, 63. I'm on top of another warrior who's doing this quest as well. Or finished with it. Same gear as me. Nice threads, bruh. So Broken Mountain, and myself, and a Lalafell, and the Tiny Tortoise, and the Lalafell's Griffin Hatchling. We all thank you for watching. We do so hope you've enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.